Okay, so Elena, if we could start with introductions, and your students introduce themselves, and then our students could introduce themselves to you. Right?
Okay.
Hi, my name is Sergey. I'm 19 years old. I like to play piano. What else? I like to do sports. That's pretty much. That's all.
Hi, my name is Andrew. I'm 19. I live in a farm town, so it's kind of annoying. I study psychology and communications, and I'm obsessed with basketball.
Hello, my name is Karina. I was born on the north of the Russia. I like drawing and American football, watching, not playing.
I'm 20 years old and I'm a psychology major with a minor in English and Women's Studies. That you study and are interested in. So I was just wondering what the differences for women as opposed to men are in the job market. I guess like how, wages and positions.
Yeah, so are women earning the same amount? Is it equal pay for women and men? And equal jobs?
Да, то есть если одинаково ли оплачивается мужская и женская?
Кто будет отвечать?
Давайте.
Давайте.
They're shy.
No, it's not equal. It's not equal.
It's not equal. Are you unhappy about that? Is that something that you're challenging?
Well, that should be the girls should be asked that because usually men are paid more, even if they are not more professional.
Minimum salary here in Russia about 70% of men's salary, usually. And usually men have more suggestion about job in Russia. More vacancies, more salaries, and so on.
Are you angry about that?
No. I'm not working yet. Maybe when they will start to work.
What are your views of women equality there in your country, and do you think there's still a lot of work to be done in that regard?
Okay. Равенство в нашей стране и что можно делать еще? Что?
It's rather complicated question.
Well,
I suppose if we have such course of gender, we have still much to do about this issue. And to be exactly.
Well, from what I know, there is still traditional kind of families prevailing in Russia. That's all I know.
Maybe somewhere.
Do you think, just to follow up to Jennifer's question, do you think work and family are equal for men and women?
Считаете, что работа в семье одинаково, как бы домашняя работа для мужчин и женщин? Вы согласны с этим?
Yes, we think that it's equal. Yes?
No. It depends.
The girls are the guys.
It depends on individual. It depends on maybe culture of this family. It's it's difficult to say certainly. Usually in Russia, women are doing more home job than men, usually, as in other countries. But it depends on family and depends on wishes of people to do equal job at home.
And I can also add that in some families it's normal for women to do some households responsibilities because they think that it's their role and they not against and they don't want to work and they think that it's responsibility of men.
I was just wondering what the laws are in your country about same-sex marriage.
We have no law in our country about same-sex marriage. Yes, it's forbidden.
And we have a question about relation. Тут хотел спросить об отношении к этим бракам. Кто из вас хотел?
Yes. And if we
have law.
Yes. Do you think that such pairs of same sex are pretty able to form families, bring up children and to adopt it? What is the thinking toward this issue in your country?
What state you live in, but same-sex couples are allowed to adopt and or have their own children, and it
So I think the one thing I would add to that is that the laws are changing underfoot. So right now, there's lots of changes happening. I think there's a lot of structural obstacles in still realizing that in an equal way, because those relationships are still judged as different.
A woman has different ways of reasoning in some life situation. It's not about discrimination, but do you think that this term has the right to exist?
And to have the same.
Can you say the term again?
Woman's logic.
Women's logic. Logic, right?
And the kind of a special reasoning among women.
Yeah.
Like if women think about it?
About special thinking, it's there about women's men's thinking.
Yeah.
Sometimes our people say about woman that she has women's logic, women's thinking.
Okay.
That means that we can't understand women and their logic.
To describe somebody as using women's logic, would that be a bad thing? Is that like insult to say that somebody's using women's logic?
Like, would you say that a man, like, if you said to a man, oh, you're using women's logic right now, would you say something like that? Or do you just call it women's logic because women think that way? Think a certain way?
Well, this term is usually applied to women.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is it that women are not as rational as men?
Yeah.
Is that the claim?
It's not rational.
Not rational.
And not understandable.
Yeah.
Not understandable.
I would say yes. I would say yes, there's that stereotype.
Yeah, I think that stereotype exists, but we are trying to fight that. we would argue that men and women have the same intellectual capacity, and that we should, you know, move away from pigeonholing or putting those tags on, you know, way women behave and men behave.